Hey, what's happening, guys? It is Brian, and it is time for Wakey Bakey, guys. That's right. It's time for the Wakey Bakey Super Show going on this morning, guys. Hopefully, everyone's doing good out there. Everyone's waking up, wiping the sleep off their eye. Who's ready for Santa, guys? Santa Claus is coming to town. That's right. And we're going to talk the worst Santa experiences of all time, guys. We're getting into some craziness. That's right. Crazy Santa stories, guys. Santa's robbing banks. Santa's peeing in alleyways. You never know what you're going to find. Santa. You just never quite know, guys. We're going to get into that. We got the Wakey Bakey news. We got the day in history. We got the deal of the day over at the Healing Center, guys. Today is the day you're going to want to head. I would head over there right now. It's a good day. It's a good day to be alive. The Healing Center's got those deals, and I'm alive. That's right. It's a rough time in the neighborhood, but what I'll say, boo, 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 boo. That's right, guys. It's time to get wakey, time to get bakey, time to get crazy. Oh, man, guys, I'm excited. We got a lot to get into. We got more drone news. Some guy tried to shoot a drone down, ended up going to jail, ended up being a Walmart drone. He owns like $10,000 now. So we're going to talk that. Don't shoot down real drones. Shoot down the fake ones or the ones that are being weird. Don't do the Walmart drones. We're going to talk drones. We're going to talk aliens. Holy shit. There's a lot of UFO or UEV or whatever they're calling them these days. A lot of sightings lately, guys, like a crazy amount of sightings. We're going to get into that. What does this mean? Is this in preparation for Santa? Are these the elves just out filling the, doing the recognize? Is that what it is? Recognize? Whatever the word is, guys. What's going on out in the world? We're going to find out, guys. Who wants to get high and talk about it? I do. Let's go ahead, guys. Let's fire it up. Let's wakey bakey. Let's get high. Talk about Santa, UFOs, and drones. What else could you wish for in the morning, guys? We'll be back. We're going live in 2, guys. Stick around, buckle in, because we're going to kick the tires and light the fires. Let's do it. Wakey Bakey Morning Show.
Time to wakey wakey and time for bakey.
Time to wakey wakey and time for bakey.
Get ready for your host with more.
Get ready for your host with Boss.
Mr. Brian Brown.
Mr. Brian Brown.
It's 7:10 a.m.
It's 7:10 a.m.
Tiene la roja visual y cuando le moviese ligado igualito que yuca. Ese pelo que tiene tan lindo, no venga a pensar que eso es una peluca. Tiene cotorra perico, yo tengo cotorra, tú tienes la cuca. Está claro en el ring, en el piso yo que
No critiques mi pelo, te la soy bueno, porque tú no tienes que de odio tú estás lleno. No critiques mi pelo, te la soy bueno, porque tú no tienes que de odio tú estás lleno. No critiques mi pelo, te la soy bueno, porque tú no tienes que de odio tú estás lleno. No critiques mi pelo, te la soy bueno, porque tú no tienes. And boom, we are live. How's everyone doing out there? It is the It's 420 Somewhere podcast. All right, and we are good. I got my little monitor down there so I can see us live, make sure we're good to go. What's up, everyone? How's everyone doing this morning out there, guys? Who's waking and who's baking right now? I know I am, man. I had a pretty good night's sleep last night, guys. Only got up twice to pee. So that's a pretty good, man. Getting old sucks, guys. Getting old. Let me lower this a little bit. There we go. That's a lot better. Yeah, I only got up to go pee a couple times last night, so that was a good day. You know what did suck was I was cleaning out a bowl, a bong bowl, and I accidentally got some resin on my sheet. So in the middle of the night, I roll over and I feel something sticky on my back, and I'm like, "What the fuck is that?" And I sniff it, and it's resin. And I'm like, fuck, man, on the sheet, you can't get that shit out. Resin sucks, man. Resin's the worst. Fuck, especially if you're like a full-fledged pot smoker. I'm sure my bathroom, man, the top of the toilet has just resin streaks all over it from cleaning pipes and cleaning bowls and all the craziness. Yeah, they need to come up with something that just wipes out resin. I know alcohol, razor blade takes that shit right off, but resin, man, resin's crazy. What else we got cooking last night, guys? I went over to April's. They made street tacos last night. Had some carne asada street tacos. Great meat. Believe they got it from the Best Buy Market down there. They got the best Mexican meat. Sounded weird. Anyway, oh man, crazy. What else we got happening, guys? You know what I'm looking forward to? It looks like it's going to be a stat card for all you wrestling fans out there. Monday Night Raw when it debuts on Netflix. Oh man, it looks like it's going to be a big one. They got some pay-per-view quality matches. I'm getting looking forward to that. Started playing some Grand Theft Auto last night. I really love jumping in on Christmas time. They switched the whole thing over. It's like snowing, and they have I don't know if they have it this year. In previous years, they had the Die Hard Challenge, where if you could get on top of a roof of the bank building in Grand Theft Auto, they have a whole scene played out up there of like you're John McClane basically, and they have the hostages up there and the terrorists, and you get up there and you got to shoot them, and if you do, you get a gun, a special like collectible gun. They've done that in the past. I've always thought it was pretty cool, and it's random. So you have to be like just driving by right at the right time, and then you have to figure out how to get up on top of the building. Which, if you don't have one of those bikes, that's a whole thing. You got to parachute in and all that. But yeah, I really like Grand Theft Auto for Christmas, man. When they redo the whole thing, pretty cool. What else is happening out there, guys? Talked to my son down in Colorado. He is going to stay up there for Christmas, unfortunately. Just because he's a man now. He got man stuff to do. I'm gonna try to get up there in late January for his birthday. Flights are like $68, man. Round trip, not bad at all. So I'm gonna try to do that. But yeah, be the first real empty nest Christmas I had. I got April, her family. My daughter's gonna come down hopefully today and stay the week for Christmas. So, not so empty nest, but yeah, me and Rosie,
First kind of empty nest Christmas. First Christmas where I'm not going to be putting shit together all night. Santa is going to be flying by the house. He doesn't need to stop here. Oh man, that's crazy. Getting old sucks, guys. Getting old sucks. When you start turning your bulldog into your kid, you know you got some problems. You know you got some problems. All right, guys, let's get into some shout outs this morning. That's right, guys. Big shout out to everyone out there this morning, guys. You want to get shouted out? Blow up those comments. Let me know that you're in the house, whether you're on Facebook, well, I guess you wouldn't be on Instagram because we're not live there. Facebook, YouTube. But do check out the Instagram page, guys. It's blowing up. 24 strains of Dankmas. It's getting good out there. But if you want to shout out, guys, just say, hey, Brian, you elf looking Santa fucker. No wonder Santa's skipping your house, you elf looking motherfucker. Whatever you need to say, guys, blow it up. Let me know you're out there. And I do want to give a big shout out to everyone out there working right now, everyone who can't comment. Guy working the grill over at Denny's, Perkins, Black Bear, all the restaurants, guys. The guy working the grill was listening to us and be like, man, I wish I could get a shout out. Well, shout out to you, Cooker Man. We appreciate you. All you barbers, all you McDonald's, Taco Bell, Jack in the Crack, Burger King workers, everyone who's out there working right now, guys, whether it be you're mowing the grass for park and rec, you're checking the water meters for the city, whatever you're doing out there, guys, big appreciation to you. Big shout out. The world wouldn't move without you guys getting that work done. So we appreciate you guys. Let's get in to something I like to call shout outs this morning, guys, or roll call is actually what I like to call it. Let's get into roll call, Danksters. A 10 hut. It's roll call.
Danksters, it's 7:10 a.m. Rise and shine, it's time to slam, break the mold, rebel from the north. Danksters unite, let's raise a storm. D-A-N-K, we're here to play, loud and proud, we won't obey. 7:10 a.m., we'll rock your day. Danksters assemble, never
That's
fade.
right. Danksters assemble, never fade away. All right, Harvey Hooligans in the house. Bullhead RC. We'll be at Gary Keith Park at 5:30 running asphalt oval practice with the NASCAR. Come bash the parking lot and tear it up, guys. That's right. Check that out, man. Bullhead RC having some fun, man. Family fun. You can't beat that. We got the broken brain of Eric in the house, guys. That's right. The broken brain of Eric. Hit him up, guys. Check out his show. You can't handle the truth. Well, it shows the broken brain of Eric, but you still can't handle the truth. That's right, guys. Get in there, check it out. Big shout out to Back to Retro Review, guys. Go check out his latest and his greatest review. I believe his podcasting show drops tomorrow or Friday, guys. Check that out. That's a fun show, man. And check out the Mod Squad. Happy late birthday to Felix again, guys. Felix, our buddy, had a birthday, turned 27 yesterday, man. Good guy, Felix. Good guy. Happy late birthday. We wished him birthday yesterday too, though. Big shout out, Lonnie. Everybody loves Lonnie. That's right, guys. The new TV show. Everyone loves Lonnie. Check it out. ABC prime time on Tuesday. Oh man, we got the last cowboy in the house. That's right, Tim W. What up, Timmy? Hopefully you're doing good, brother. Hopefully you're doing good. Harvey Hooligans. That's right, guys. Head on down to the THC today. First 150, get an eighth, guys. And the deal of the day is an eighth, a pre-roll, and an edible for cheap. I want to say $15, but don't quote me on that. But yeah, and the first 150 people get an eighth. Today's a good day to head on down there, guys. Today's a good day to head on down there. We got the sweet, the lovely, the patient Rosie Key. Rosie Key, how are you this morning? How are you? I bet Brian has had a sticky back before. That's the worst. That's the worst. Oh man. Oh man, Eric, it says, oh God, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Brian, sit on it or you'll take your shorts today. Take it in the shorts today. Oh, man. That's funny. That's funny. Yeah. So big shout out to the Mod Squad. Big shout out to Back to Retro, our buddy Kevin. Big shout out to everyone out there, guys. All right. What else we got cooking? What else we got cooking? Ton of people up in here. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate you guys. Oh man. Let's get into should we get into a little wakey bakey news? Yeah, let's do it, guys. A little wakey bakey news. Doing a-okay. Got a cleaning job about 10:30. Nice, nice. What do you guys hear about this? The government is talking about trying to maybe possibly remove daylight savings time. Which you know what? I'm all for that. Um, it's like fucking 4 o'clock out here, and it's dark here in Needles, California, because of the time difference. So it's like 5:30 in Arizona, which it should be dark, but over here at 4:30, it's dark as fuck. So you're like, man, what's the point of daylight savings time? Like I get, they should just set it at a certain thing and just let it run. That's what I think. That's what I think. But you know what? Who cares what I think? Let's get into it, guys. It's the Wakey Bakey News. Let's do it.
Wake up, sleepyheads, turn on the tube. Wakey Bakey Morning got the latest scoop. Celeb news, gossip like a wild parade. Spill the beans while you sip that lemonade. Crazy news stories that'll blow your mind. Aliens on the loose, or did Bigfoot find? Grab a bowl and let's dive into the hype. Morning show groove with the stoner type. Wakey Bakey, every morning it's a dare. Catch the crazy news just floating in the air. Celeb drama and the wild world blend. Morning laughs that never end.
All right, guys, we got some crazy news today. This is going to be a pretty interesting one. This is going to be a pretty interesting wakey bakey news, guys. All right, let's get into it. Let me make sure I'm live and in living color here. Hang on a second, guys. Make sure. Okay, yeah, we're good. All right, guys. Oarfish keep washing ashore in California. Some say this could be a bad omen, guys. Oh, a deep sea creature steeped in folklore has once again washed ashore in California. On November 6th, a researcher in a beach in LA spotted an oarfish measuring 9 to 10 feet long. The fish typically swim at depths of 300 to 3,000 feet and are rarely seen on the surface. Yet it was the third time one has appeared in Southern California since August. They've been associated with bad omens, according to some English language accounts of Japanese folklore, though there is a disagreement on this. The fish, which can grow up to 30 feet in length and feed on krill, have typically washed up on beaches when injured or disoriented, according to scientists. The current group of oarfish washing ashore may have to do with changes in the ocean conditions, increased numbers of oarfish off the coast. Ben Frebel, manager of the Scripps Oceanography Marine Vertebrate Collection at UC San Diego, that was a mouthful, said in a statement, many researchers have suggested this as a way to wide deep water fish strands on the strand on the beach. Sometimes it may be linked to broader shifts such as El Nino, La Nina cycle, but this is not always the case. He said, adding that many variables could be the cause. The previous fish were discovered in Huntington Beach in September and La Jolla in August, according to Scripps. Before August, Discovery scientists had only recorded 19 oarfish had washed up on the California coast since 1901. Wow, that is crazy, man. That's a long time. You rarely see those. Remember when they had that tsunami and all these giant squids started washing up on the shore and stuff. Shit we've never seen before. Man, the ocean is a scary fucking place, man. I would rather be stuck in the desert walking than be stuck in the ocean swimming. 100%. 100%. Oarfish have been found around the globe, but one particular country history with the fish is Japan. Of course, Japan likes to eat its balls for fertility or something. You guys know what? Um, they found a couple over there. A lot of folklore that goes into these fish. Folklore is per let's see, it's an uncommon appearance, which would mean like bad omen if it shows up, that type of thing. What do you guys think, man? This is some nasty looking fish. Um, I don't know, man. We've talked about it before. Times are a changing. Mother Nature is sick of dealing with people's bullshit. You know what I mean? It is one of those things, man. I think we're gonna see a lot. Like you're seeing bears that we haven't seen come down and start fucking with things. You're seeing animals we've never really seen wash up on shore before. Something's going on, and if you don't take these signs of what's going on, then that we're doomed to repeat the past, just like today in history, guys. So just be careful out there, man. Use your instincts. Things are a changing. Maybe we need to start hoarding water and food, toilet paper again. But yeah, things are a changing, guys. It's time to kind of worry about you and your family and see maybe I'm not saying tomorrow we're gonna be living on what is it MREs, but you never know, man. You never know. Just be prepared. Be prepared. Much like this man. A man told 911 a bear chased him off a cliff. Weeks later, he was arrested for murder. That's right, guys. In mid October, a man called the police in eastern Tennessee claiming a bear had chased him off a cliff, but authorities arrived on the scene to find the body of a different man. Sparking a multi-state manhunt for the caller that ended up with his arrest on murder charges this weekend. Authorities say Nicholas Wayne Hamlet, 45, befriended and lured his victim into the wooded area to take both his life and identity. Hamlet, who was using an alias at the time, has a lengthy criminal history and was already wanted in Alabama for parole violation. After the October incident, another warrant was issued for Hamlet's arrest on first-degree murder charges in Monroe County, Tennessee. State and federal authorities warned that Hamlet, who was they considered dangerous and potentially armed, was known to travel under the aliases. They urged Hamlin to turn himself in and asked the public for help with a $5,000 reward. After many weeks of searching on a Halloween night, they spotted Hamlet was taken into custody in Columbia, South Carolina. After observing Hamlet at a local hospital, a good citizen alerted authorities and brought the manhunt to a peaceful end. Columbia police say a hospital employee recognized them and alerted authorities. So what happened in the woods? The Monroe County Sheriff says a distressed hiker called 911 shortly before midnight on October 18th, claiming to be Mr. Brandon Andrade. He advised the dispatcher that he had fallen off a cliff while running from a bear. It said, adding to the call, came from a nearby bridge, 43-mile National Scenic Byway in Tellico Plains. The distressed caller claimed that he was injured and partially in the water. According to dispatch obtained Knoxville, the male suspect had hit his head and was able to move. His phone only had 2% battery, unable to get him back on 911. Search and rescue teams rushed to the area, found a man's body with the identification of Mr. Brandon Christopher Andrade on his persons. He came to the transport forensic center while investigators combed the scene. After a further investigation, detectives determined the deceased man was not Brandon Andrade. In fact, they said the identification had been stolen and used on multiple occasions. In this case, as they quickly discovered by Hamlet. Dude, this was some in-depth stuff, man. Like this dude really he lured a guy, killed him just to steal his identity. This is some deep and dark shit, man. This is some deep and dark shit, man. Um, that's crazy. Here's the guy right here. Man, that is some crazy, crazy stuff. Let's see. Who else we got? Who else we got up in here? I hope it goes well, Rosie Key. Wait, meals ready to eat? I love MREs except for the Santa Fe rice and beans are gross. Oh man, Lonnie, those are MRE. Yeah, MREs are rough, man. They really are, man. You ever watch the shows of like the guys who eat like a 100-year-old MREs? Freaking just crazy, man. Not for this guy. So yeah, crazy. This dude lured a guy out, fucking murdered him out in the fucking woods, and then switched his identity. Well, lucky for us, he's locked up, man. He is locked up. You know what he reminds me of? The guy from Ghost Hunters. Steve. That's who he looks like. All right, guys. Poop on Pelosi's desk. A neo-Nazi tiki torch. Mysterious statues are popping up in D.C., guys. A bronze art installation depicting a pile of feces on former House Speaker Nancy Pelosi's desk appeared in the National Mall near the U.S. Capitol on Thursday, surprising and amusing passerbys. It started with the poop desk. An unusual bronze sculpture appeared in the National Mall in Washington, D.C. last week. A replica of former House Speaker Nancy Pelosi's desk. Topped with her nameplate, landline phone, post-it notes, file folders, and a perfectly swirled pile of feces, a la poop emoji. This memorial honors the brave and women who broke into the United States Capitol on January 6, 2021, to loot, urinate, defecate throughout those hallowed halls in order to overturn an election, reads the plaque on the pedestal below. That could go either way on that one. Here's the power of the people finds its expression through the diligent efforts of those who serve public good. It says, when writers broke into to destroy these ideas, the desk stands firm so much to the principles of equality, justice, blah, blah, blah. Typical art stuff. Yeah, kind of crazy. A tiki torch. This is another one. So you got Pelosi's desk with poop on it that showed up. And then you got a tiki torch statue rises near the White House. So a new statue, which the permit shows was granted to the same group behind the desk, made its debut this week in Freedom Plaza, an area along Pennsylvania Avenue, just blocks from the White House. The bronze-colored statue depicts the first clutching a tiki torch, an object that took an additional symbolism after white nationalism. Oh God. The plaque, 97-inch tall sculpture, titled Donald J. Trump Enduring Flame, makes reference to that very event. So you just got some fucking political fuckers postings or making art. I'm all for art, guys. No matter what side you're on, no matter what you believe, man, you should be able to express yourself with art. So, shout out to those guys. All right, we got two more, guys. This one I really wanted to cover, and the next one I really want to cover. Man arrested in UK cheese heist. That's right, UK cheese heist. Imposters, cheese heists where imposters stole $389,000 worth of that cheddar, baby, and not the money cheddar, the actual cheddar. cheddar cheese. Authorities in London have arrested a 63-year-old man in connection with the cheese heist of 2024. I think Lonnie and Broken Brain were involved in that too. The great cheese heist of 2024. I think Harvey Hooligans put him up to it. They used Rosie Key as a distraction. Uh, London-based retailer and cheesemaker Neely's Yard Dairy said it learned on Wednesday that the suspect was in custody. The Metropolitan Police confirmed to NPR that a man was detained on suspicion of fraud and falsely representing and handling stolen goods. The man was taken to South London police station where he was questioned. It had to be a UK crime. Who's stealing cheese in America? They give it to you. The government just gives you big blocks of it. The man was taken to South London police station where he was questioned. He has since been bailed out pending further inquiries. Over the past week, the British artisanal cheese community has been reeling. You know what? Of all the communities to piss off, you don't want to piss the artisanal cheese community off. No, no, no. Those guys are no joke. That artisanal cheese community has been reeling after. Excuse me, guys. Ooh. Wet my whistle, man. Wet the whistle, as my dad would say. The theft and let's see, had been reeling. The artisanal cheese community had been reeling after Neely's Yard Dairy announced it had been the victim of a sophisticated fraud, resulting in the loss of over 300 pounds, not even 300,000, of cloth-bound cheddar, the equivalent to more than 389,000 American. The theft involved a fraudulent buyer posing as a legitimate wholesale distributor for a major French retailer. With the cheese delivered before the discovery of the fraudulent identity, the company said. The thief made off with 950 wheels, over 220 metric tons, and roughly 48,500 pounds of Headford Westcombe pitchfork cheddar. It added. The wheels came from 3 different artisan suppliers across England and Wales. Between them, the cheeses have won numerous awards and are among the most sought after artisan cheeses in the UK. Neely's Yard Dairy said the high monetary value of the cheeses likely made up their particular target for the thieves. The crime cuts deep. Cheddar, which organized the village by the same Somerset, England, is the best-selling cheese in the UK and a big source of national pride. Love their cheese, man. Last week, British celebrity chef Jamie Oliver explained in an Instagram video that there is only a small handful of real cheddar cheese makers in the world, and that's why this was where the stolen cheese came from. It's a real shame, guys. Don't be eating that fake cheese. Eat the real cheddar cheese. Damn cheesehead. Whoa, man. Eddie Murphy talking about the government grilled cheese. Yeah, that is a great bit. That is a great bit. Brian, why are you telling people why we do? It's okay to have our manifesto. It's all your fault. The great cheese heist. The great cheese heist. Watch out for the BLB Mafia, the Brian Lee Brown Mafia. That is funny. So, one more story, guys, and this is the one I really wanted to cover. Beloved Russian spy, Havlamir is found dead under mysterious circumstances. Oh shit, the fucking Russian spy Havlamir, a beloved whale that have escaped a past life as a Russian spy, was found dead over the weekend in what animal rights organizations say was unnatural circumstances. The beluga, whose name combines the Norwegian word for whale, Haval, and the Russian President Vladimir Putin's first name, rose. So What is his name? Havilamir. Is that right? Vladimir Havilamir rose to international prominence after he was discovered by fishermen off the coast of Norway in 2019 wearing a camera harness that read equipment of St. Petersburg. Theories about his mystery past sparked headlines intriguing, but it was his friendly Demir who won him scores of admirers in the years that followed. Havelmir worked his way along the Norwegian coast, frequently fish farms, and actively seeking out human interaction in the process. He was very interested in people and responded to hand signals, according to the nonprofit Marine Mind. The gentle giant, who measured some 13 feet long and weighed 2,000 pounds, even went viral several times for retrieving a kayaker dropped GoPro, playing fetch with a rugby ball, and playing with an underwater drone. That's cool, man. That sucks that he died. That really sucks that he died. But Havlamir's encounters with people weren't always positive. He bore scars from being hit by multiple boats. Experts warned that he faced lower odds of survival as a solitary, sociable individual. Concerns grew when he was spotted last year in Sweden. Which more people and fewer fish than Norway. Havlamir's inspired the work of at least two nonprofit dedication to protect him. One well found in 2019 advocated. One well was the name of the company, founded in 2019, advocated for his protection from tourism and other dangers. Other marine biologists concerned about the impact of relocating the well formed Marine Mind, which tracked his movements but also focused on raising awareness about his species. With the permission of Norway's government, One Well was actively working to relocate Havlamir to a wild beluga population in the Arctic, where belugas are normally found. The organization had recently announced plans to transport him in upcoming weeks. This morning, after receiving sighting a report from our local team that found him floating peacefully in the water. Oh, man. It's not immediately clear what caused his death. A necroscope will be conducted. A necropsy will be conducted, determining his passing. He was beloved. He was believed to be between 14 and 15 years old when he died. The average lifespan is 30 for a beluga whale. Oh, man. And it looks like there's some circumstances. That sucks, man. That sucks. Fuck, man. He's just doing what he was known to do. He didn't want to hang out with other whales. He wanted to wanted to be with people, man. That sucks. That sucks, man. Poor Vladimir. What's his name? Havlamir. Poor Havlamir. That sucks, man. That sucks for the poor guy. Oh man, God bless you. God bless you, Havlamir. What a life. What a good life. Got to hang out with people. Got to play ball. Got to do all the cool things. God bless you, man. That's kind of sad. That's got me sad. Blue Dream Eighth Brothers Blinker Challenge. Nice, nice. You won't believe what they do for the Gouda. Oh, I love it. I love it. All right, guys, let's get into a little Mr. Crispers. Mr. Crispers would be happy. We're getting into today in history and we're 40 minutes into the show. Oh man, Mr. Crispers would be happy. Big shout out to Mr. Crispers. Chris Zucchini, all the OGs who pop in time to time. Big shout out to all you guys, man. We appreciate you. We're thinking of you. We're thinking of you. All right, what else we got? Oh, today in history, guys. That's right. Sounds like your story, Brian. You get to go hang out with people and play ball. That is my story. They took me out of the jungle and did it. All right, guys, let's get into a little something I like to call Today in History. Brought to you by the Healing Center, 1400 Needles Highway, Needles, California. Your number one cannabis superstore, guys. Today, you're going to get an edible. You're going to get a pre-roll. You're going to get an eighth for like $15. And if you're first 150 people in, they're going to kick you down an eighth for a penny. That's right. First 150 customers. Guys, head on down there. Pamela, how are you? Pam, I thought I ran you off. You know what, Pam? I want to apologize to everyone, but you stuck out, Pam. My reaction to the show on Friday was horrible. I apologize to you all. That's something I'm going to work at. I get frustrated. I'm a freight train, man. I like to just go straight, and when things throw me off my rails, I get a little frustrated. So I apologize to everyone for my actions on Friday. Hopefully everyone's doing good. Hopefully no one got super offended and were like, "Fuck this guy." Um, I apologize. I'm human, guys. I'm human with a bit of a fiery streak. So appreciate you guys, but that's been on my heart and mind. I almost reached out to Back to Retro and was like, "Hey, man, tell Pam I'm sorry about the fucking my stupidness." So yeah. So apologize to all you guys. I'm working on it. April's helping me. Good morning, April. The beautiful, the lovely love of my life, April. All right, guys. So yeah, that I wanted to do that. So now we got that out of the way. Let's get into a little something I like to call Today in History, guys. Head on down 1400 Needles Highway, Needles, California. Your number one cannabis superstore, guys. Today, big day. Get on down there. Email blast will go out today telling you the next 3 days. Check the dailydank.com. You'll see the next 3 days of deals, guys. They're going all the way through. And then exclusive news. Breaking news. Breaking news, guys. December, day after Christmas. What is that? The 26th? Yeah, 26th, which would be on Thursday, guys. The Santa didn't bring you what you wanted sales event, guys. That's right. They're blowing the shit out the day after Christmas, 1400 Needles Highway, Needles, California. They're giving away drones, PlayStations, all the stuff that Santa didn't bring you for Christmas, guys. You have a second chance. Go on down to 1400 Needles Highway. You want that Red Ryder BB gun that Santa didn't bring to you? Head on over to 1400 Needles Highway, Needles, California. The Healing Center, guys. They got you covered. PlayStations, drones, all the cool shit that you might not, Oculus, things that you might not have gotten, guys. Get on down there. Take advantage. Ask them about it. It's going to be a big, big deal. All right, guys. Let's get into it. Today in history. In history, a journey through time where legends are born and secrets intertwine. Join us at 7:10 a.m. for all to see as we unravel the histories from our history. Children for sale. That side always trips me out still. Children for sale. I get bitchy when my belly hurts. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Carolyn, good morning, Carolyn. How are you? How are you? My Gears of War drone is my favorite drone I have. You have to shoot a picture of that. Shoot a picture of that. Um, I'd be interested to see that. I have a, DJI Mini, I think it's called. I just need to get the Harvey Hooligan told me where I could go and get it done. I need to get the batteries on DJIs. If you don't charge them or use them within like a couple months, they go to sleep on you, and you got to wake them up using fancy gadgets and shit. So I got to go down to the Bullhead RC. Got to go down to the hobby shop and get them woken up so I can start doing some drone stuff again. All right, guys. All right, let's look into today in history. It's going to be a good one. We got birthdays. Oh, shitload of birthdays in the house, guys. First birthday up. What a girl wants, what a girl needs. I think that's who sings that song. Whatever makes you happy, yes, indeed. Christina Aguilera, guys, American pop singer. Remember when she went through her craziness where they're like pictures of a little chunky Christina Aguilera like sleeping in people's beds and shit, like just a crazy party Christina Aguilera. Remember that? But you know what? She's a mom now. She's doing good. Isn't she like on one of the shows? So big shout out to Christina Aguilera. Another big birthday today, guys. Brad Pitt. That's right. Acting aficionado, expert, legend. Brad Pitt, guys. Ocean's 11, Benjamin Button. You name it. He's done some of the best freaking movies out there. Um, Meet Joe Black. Who's seen that one? Meet Joe Black, where he plays the angel of death on vacation. Pretty good. That's a pretty good flick if you guys haven't seen it. So big shout out, big birthday, Brad Pitt. One of my heroes, guys. One of my inspirations in life, Steven Spielberg, guys. That's right, American filmmaker, producer, Indiana Jones, E.T. Man, the list of Poltergeist, or not Poltergeist. Was he involved in Poltergeist? What is it? Third Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Just a shit ton, man. One of my favorite Steven Spielberg stories. You guys all know I'm a filmmaker. Spielberg, huge influence. Alfred Hitchcock, huge influence on my filmmaking career. And there's a story. Alfred Hitchcock in his prime, on the Universal lot, making movies, doing his fucking thing. He is the man at this point. And young Steven Spielberg, I think fresh out of film school, trying to make it happen for himself, snuck on to the Universal lot and just started working, just started doing shit, just started making movies. Just fuck it. I'm here. I'm going to do this shit. Well, Alfred Hitchcock caught him and had him thrown off the lot. What a crazy story, right? Like, that's one of those ones, man. Like it's total old school and the old guard and the new guard, and the new guard's coming up. Man, that's one of my favorite stories, because that's what filmmaking is, man. It's just getting in there and making it happen. Literally anyone could be a filmmaker. You just got to have that fucking drive to get in there and make it happen. So a very, very cool story. Big shout out to Steven Spielberg. Man, thank you, sir, for all the great movies, all the great inspiration. Big birthday wishes to Steven Spielberg. Paul Klee, Swiss German artist, was born in 1879. And then Franz Fernand Archduke, of Austria, was born. Austrian Archduke. I don't know what an Archduke is, but he was one of them. All right, guys. Let's see. On this day in 1865, slavery was abolished in the United States. On this day in 1865, by proclamation of the U.S. Secretary of State, the 13th Amendment of the Constitution outlawing slavery officially entered into force, having been ratified by the recipient states in December 6th. So this was it, guys. On this day in 1865, the proclamation of bond outlawing slavery was instituted, guys. Big day in history. Big day. Thank God, man. Thank God. 2019, President Donald Trump became the third U.S. president to be impeached by the House of Representatives, which charged him with abuse of power and obstruction Congress. I think he goes on to get impeached another 2 times. Some kind of bullshit. Says playwright, poet, and political dissident Václav Havel, who served as president of Czechoslovakia. That's a fucking boy. If you just look at the word Czechoslovakia, that's a that's a mouthful. And of the Czech Republic, had a prominent participation in liberal reforms of 1968. Died in the Czech Republic. 1997, Kim Dae-jung was elected president of South Korea, the first opposition leader in that country's history to win that position. 1966, the TV special How the Grinch Stole Christmas. You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. An adaptation of Dr. Seuss' classic children's book aired for the first time and became a holiday staple. 1963, American actor Brad Pitt known for his portrayal of unconventional characters. Um, Unconventional Characters was born. 1946, American filmmaker Steven Spielberg, who enjoyed critical and commercial success with movies as Jaws, E.T., Schindler's List, and Saving Private Ryan, was born. Big bucket of win there. 1943, British guitarist Keith Richards of the rock band Rolling Stones was born. Big birthday to Keith Richards. That's another big one. German General Erich Lundorf ordered the constellation of the country's leading motion picture studio to form UFA, Universum Film Aktiengesellschaft. That's right. 1913, William Brandt, leader of the Social Democratic Party of Germany from 1964 to 1987. Damn, he was in there a minute. Chancellor of the Federal Republic of Germany, and from 69 to 74, was born today, guys. And he won a Nobel Peace Prize in 71. Wow. A German winning a prize for peace. That's a first. Oh, the discovery of fossil remains of Piltdown Man, an extinct human species, was announced at a meeting of the Geological Society of London, but the remains were later proved to be fraud. Really? I have to look into that. 1892, Poitier English Takaliski ballad "The Nutcracker" was the first presented at the Mariinsky Theater in St. Petersburg. So the Nutcracker was first presented today in history, guys. 1886, another hero of mine, American baseball player Ty Cobb, an excellent hitter and base runner, was born in Narrows, Georgia. Yeah, man, Ty Cobb. He used to have the most valuable baseball card of all time, his tobacco card. I don't know if it still is, but man, that thing's rare. I think someone just found like a really good shape one too. 1787, New Jersey became the third state admitted to the United States when it ratified its constitution in 1787. And in 1737, famed Italian violin maker Antoine Ant- Antonio Stradivari died in Sermona in 1737. Big shout out today in history. Oh shit, tomorrow, articles of impeachment approved against U.S. Bill Clinton. Ooh, Monica, Monica Lewinsky. We'll be talking about that tomorrow, guys. Yeah, so that was your today in history, guys. That was a good one. That was a good one. Big bucket of win there. Let's see, Brian, speaking of Children for Sale, did you watch Sound of Freedom? It's only been like a day, man. It's only been a day. No, that's on my list. Brian, I did a video a while ago showing it off. Yeah, I'll have to check it out. I've heard of it. It looked like a great movie. I don't know why I'm dragging my feet. Surviving the holidays with 15-hour shifts. COVID's still a thing? Man, people are still using COVID to get out of work. Fight Club. Yeah, Fight Club was a big one. I love Fight Club. Oh, dude, speaking of Indiana Jones, I'm so stoked they're bringing the game to PlayStation. Yeah, I need to start playing that. I thought it was a movie. The thing looks so good. I'm like, man, did I miss a movie? Um, a White Christmas in Colorado. Nice. That would be good. Um, let's see. What else we got? Who would watch for snow? Who would watch a show of Brian just trying to pronounce foreign names? Just making it up as I go. That's the truth, man. It's the truth. When I do the pre-recorded podcast, it's a little better because it's not live and I'm able to get them out like because I'm reading. Um, so the podcast, the audio podcast, my pronunciation isn't as bad because I'm kind of like looking ahead as I'm reading and speaking. So that's why some of those sound weird as I'm reading. You know. All right, guys, let's get into the meat and the potatoes of the show. Um, of the day, guys. This is gonna be the worst Santa experiences of all time. Oh, right. Let's see. You know what? We're gonna have to check. Here we go. He's got the Reddit. You always check Reddit. Oh, I didn't put worst. That would help. And of course, Reddit pops up. The worst Santa scenario just happened. Got any good Santa grotto disasters? Okay, let's check this out, guys. We'll start off with Reddit and see where we end up on here. My 9-year. Okay, this is from Casual Ireland. The worst Santa scenario just happened. My 9-year-old daughter has told us she wants a surprise from Santa, and she doesn't know what she wants. Disaster. Now I'm supposed to think up something. She has everything she could ever need or want already. Not into girly stuff at all. Loves to play sports and play. That's not fucking the worst Santa scenario. What the fuck? That's stupid. That's stupid. All right, guys. So this is better. The worst experience with a store Santa Claus when you were a child. Marcy Stelling. She studied at Frankfurt American High School in Germany. My dad was in the Army throughout my entire childhood. My brothers and I grew up as Army brats. When I was 5 years old, my dad got orders for Turkey. I have vague memories of the trip to Turkey, and I still remember the culture shock that even a 5-year-old felt. I recall the sounds were different, the air smelled different, the people dressed different, and the food was different. The things that surprised me the most was seeing Turkish men kneeling on carpets and praying in a language I didn't understand. Strange music came through loudspeakers. I was admonished not to stare every 5 minutes, it seemed. My family lived in a Turkish hotel for a few weeks until a suitable place could be found for a family of 5. We moved into an apartment building. Our apartment was on the ground floor. In front of the building facing the street. It was a nice sized apartment and had a big fireplace, wooden floors. Other American military families lived in the building also. Our first Christmas in Turkey was just like any other Christmas as far as I was concerned. Our house was decorated and a tree was decorated and strung with lights and colorful ornaments and silver icicles. There were gifts piled under the tree, and my brothers and I spent hours lying on our tummies under the tree trying to guess what was under the colorful wrappings. You know, man, that's an old school thing. I don't know if kids still do that, but how fucking awesome was it as a kid to see your presents under the tree and you're shaking them and you're like, oh, what is this? And you just have all these fucking fantasies about what it could be. That's a great childhood, man. That's a great time of your childhood right there. One day, the whole family got dressed to go out. We were shopping. Um, this was unusual because my parents didn't take us with them when they went shopping, so there was a lot of excitement in the air. When we went to the base, the PX Post Exchange, there was one huge room filled with toys stuffed on shelves, every kind of wrapping paper and bow that you could imagine. And Santa was there. My brothers and I were very well behaved children, at least until we hit our teenage years. And so we behaved ourselves and talked quietly among ourselves as we stood in line to see Santa. We were rehearsing what we would tell Santa when it was our turn to sit on his lap. And then finally, it was our turn. We trotted up happily to Santa, hopping on his ample lap. All 3 of us. My heart was pounding. I couldn't wait to tell him I had been a good girl all year. And then it hit me. The smell hit my little 6-year-old nose like taking a big sniff of a garbage dump. It was almost a rotten smell. And mixed in was the smell of perspiration, and stale beer and cigarettes. I can almost smell it to this day. I was in shock. I had sat on Santa's lap in the past and he had never stank. But this made my stomach turn. Tears welled up in my eye as I looked up into the dark, mean-looking eyes and a face running with sweat. He had a white beard, but I could see the black whiskers under his eyebrows that were bushy and black. This was not Santa Claus. Surely it was an imposter. He didn't even speak English. But I managed to politely mumble my wish list to him, and then my brothers did the same. A photographer snapped our picture, and we jumped off Santa's lap and went to our parents. I have never gotten my visit with Santa Claus that year. I've never forgotten my visit with Santa Claus. My brothers have told me they didn't have a memory of it, but I sure do. If I can find that picture, I'll post it. This was my worst experience with a store Santa as a child. That is a bad one, man. That's one where you're um like you kind of discover it for yourself. That's like innocence is lost on something like that. That's a bad one, man. That's a bad one. All right, this is from Fief. Fief studied a bachelor arts degree in journalism. I don't know why that's on here, but it is. All right. Who ruined a childhood Christmas for you about Santa Claus and what did you do? So, you know what? I'll tell you guys this story. This is a personal, real story. Um, I had been divorced probably about 6, 7 years at this point. It had been a minute. And it was around Christmas time. I believe my son was about 8. My daughter was probably about 5. Um, maybe he was a little, maybe 10 and like 7. That sounds about right. 10 and 7. Um, and my ex-wife was gone. You know, she abandoned the kids. Long story, guys. We don't need to get into all that shit. But I was a single dad, just me and the kids for forever. Pretty much their whole life. My parents helped me out a lot. Big shout out to my mom and dad. But you know, it was just me and them. So when my ex was trying to get her shit together, I don't fucking know. She wanted to see the kids around Christmas time. I allowed it. We were they did gingerbread houses. It was at the house. There was a lot of drama. She had supervised visits, so you know she couldn't just take them anyway. We don't need to get in all that shit. But we were watching a show. It was a Victorious Christmas special. The kids were into it. They were singing and dancing. And my ex decided that it was a good time, 10 years old, just to tell my son flat out with my daughter in earshot that Santa wasn't real. What a liar. We all know Santa's real. What the fuck? Just to fuck with this kid's brain. And man, it did. It kind of like, you know, it pissed me off because you don't do it on Christmas Eve, man, or Christmas. Like, it's just, yeah. So that's, there's a right way and a wrong way to do it. I've told the story about when my parents told me that Santa's in your imagination, and then our neighbor Chuck Gerber showed up in a Santa outfit. Oh, ho, ho! My fucking Santa's in my imagination. Holy shit, that's real. So yeah, is there a wrong way or a right way to do it? Blow up those comments. Let me know, guys. All right, so this is from Fief. My son, a little 5-year-old churro, pissed all over Christmas and shattered my dreams. When I was 5, I was temporarily boarding in a Swiss covenant. Being a Middle Eastern child, I didn't even know what Christmas was. So I was a bit dumbfounded by the excitement that started to build up around the school and the days leading up to Christmas. On Christmas Eve, when we were all fast asleep in our beds in the middle of the night, a flock of nuns swept into our dorms and woke us up in hushed tones. It's time, they whispered as they held our sleepy and disoriented bodies out of bed, helped our bodies out of bed. I didn't know what was happening, but it was sure exciting. They gathered us into the main lodge where we sat in our pajamas next to a roaring fire. It was so mystical and magical. We were each handed a rat present from Santa, which we opened with zeal. After presents, milk, and biscuits, we were rushed back to bed. But who could have slept after that? I mean, Santa had been. He'd brought me a doll. He didn't even know me, but he brought me a present. I liked him, whoever he was. This uh, evening with the nuns was a cherished memory from my childhood. So when I had my own child, when he turned 5, I decided to recreate the magic of that night for him. I wanted to give him a memory he'd one day be sharing with his own kids. I ran, it's gonna make me cry, man, because isn't that what every father, like, I don't know women because I'm not a woman mother, but isn't that what every father wants to create? Like those memories to where your kids then do those same traditions. Look at I'm tearing up, guys, tearing up. Fucking empty nester over here. Um, let's see. Um, Oh, so I had my own child. I wanted him to give him a memory like the one I had, sharing with his own kids. I ran my plan by my husband, my Mill and Phil, and they were up for it. Mother-in-law and father-in-law. I'm like, what the fuck's a Mill and Phil? Gramps would go stand outside the house with Christmas bells in hand. The rest of us would go into my son's room, none like, and wake him up gently, tell him Santa was on the roof. And one precise moment, Gramps would ring the bells outside, signifying that Santa's sleigh would just be taken off. Then we would usher our angelic son in the living room where the wood burning stove was in full swing, and he'd open a gift from Santa before going back into bed in a dreamlike happy state. And the whole experience would be a walking, talking Hallmark commercial. Only, but when we nudged him, he didn't wake up. We nudged him harder. He growled. Yes, he growled. He gave up. We gave up on the tender nudging and started rolling him like a sausage link. He growled. His growl grew angrier. Meanwhile, Gramps was outside doing his thing. Jingle, jingle, jingle. Honey, listen, I said, pointing to the sky. It's Santa. He's brought you a present. Let's go to the lounge and see, shall we? We we cajoled pulling his covers back. Without opening his eyes, he yelled, "Leave me alone! I want to sleep." But Santa, I murmured, still none like. I don't care. Go away. He yanked the covers back over himself. My husband, his mother, and I looked at each other speechless. Gramps was clueless and still outside ringing the bells like an idiot. We shrugged and silently slinked out of my son's room, deflated. What a Scrooge. That was a pretty good one, man. That was a pretty good one. That was a pretty good one. Brian, one day maybe we should do a WWE 24 30-man Royal. Hell yeah, we should. Hell yeah, we should. Hey, back to retro. There he is, guys. He was sitting on it. That was the problem. He was sitting on it. You can shake a box of socks. Go ahead and guess. How's it going, all you Clayton and Ruby? I love it. He's coming up with new ones all the time. I love it. You can't tell Santa without Satan. Oh, yeah. I tried to have a moment like that with my son. He was probably about 14, 15, and he wanted Fallout. This is when the video game Fallout was a big, big deal. So I went, I got him Fallout, and it was basically his Red Ryder BB gun, man. He wanted this game so bad. So what I did was I did the Christmas story thing. We unwrapped all our presents. We went to my parents' house. We did the whole 9 yards for dinner. We came back. Christmas is done. It's time to like play with your toys and do whatever. And I do hmm, what's that? What's that moving behind the speaker over there? Do you see that? So, in my mind, it was going to go off like like a, oh, wow, what is that? Oh my God, it's Fallout. Oh, I had these dreams of greatness in my mind. I make the comment, what is that over there? I thought I saw something move. What is it? I ain't touching it if it's fucking moving. What if it's a rat? What if it's an animal? I ain't touching the shit. Throws a big fit about even going to look at it. And I'm just like, you motherfucker. This is a great thing I'm doing here, man. Just go with the script and just go look at it. So I had to go and get it, be like, oh, it's a present. And do the whole thing, and he was happy, and it was a great deal, and but yeah, I ain't touching it, I ain't going over there, just like a typical 14, 15-year-old. But yeah, man, I think that's what as a man, personally speaking, that's what I kind of live for, man. Um, Passing on traditions to your kids, passing on, hopefully one day when my kid, long, long time from now, when my kids have kids, um, my son remembers those Santa mornings. Same with my daughter. Me staying up all night watching A Christmas Story, putting together Barbie's dream house and Barbie's cruise ship, and what was it? What was the other one? Imagine X. Oh man, one year my son got all the Imagine X. I was famous for going online and buying used lots of toys. So this would be like, someone's kid outgrew their toys. One year I got Brandon. It was it was vintage. This was probably like early 2000s, so they weren't like super crazy. But I got him like a big toy lot of Star Wars. It had the McLean Falcon. It had about 30 characters, 30 action figures, had all sorts of ships. And man, it was. I remember I was managing a pizza place, Mud Shark Pizza and Pasta in Needles, California, and the mailman lady. Knew I wasn't home because they knew me from the pizza place, and so she brought my packages to the pizza place, and it was giant boxes, like 3 giant boxes, and so I opened one just to see, and boy, there's the X-wing fighter right on top, all the figures, and I remember some of my delivery drivers. I left it like in the back. Um, and I went and did some work and I came back and my delivery drivers were literally playing fucking Star Wars in the back room. These are like 40-year-old, 30-year-old men playing Star Wars. And they were like, dude, this is fucking awesome. So I did that and then there was an Imagine X year that I did all Imagine X. I bought a lot of toys. And, man, when Santa came big time for those kids. And hopefully they remember that. Hopefully that's some of their best memories in life. That's what it's all about, guys. That's what it's all about. At least for me. I know everyone's different. Everyone's different. All right, guys. Those were some of the craziest Santas. Let's do one more. Let's do one more. What is the most embarrassing thing that happened while you and your children were visiting Santa Claus? My own boys, 3 of them, where this is from RJ Holland. They were pretty normal. I can't think of anything embarrassing that happened. But when we look back, when we took them to see Santa, but 2 short stories about us when we were kids. Mom had a lot of these stories that she used to tell at parties she hosted around Christmas. Well, a lot of you know my older sister. What? I don't fucking know who the fuck you are. Tracy and Lori are my older twin sisters. When Tracy and Lori were 6 and I was their younger brother was 4, Mom and Dad took us to a department store to see Santa. It was tradition. So we were waiting in line, Mom and Dad watching. As we were getting closer, Tracy had me in front of her and had her hands on my shoulder. She kept repeating to me, now don't be scared, RJ. Don't worry. Don't be scared. Lori and I are here. Well, I wasn't scared at first, but with her repeating it to me, then I got closer. I felt scared. Tracy, Mom hissed, stop saying that to your brother. I'm just helping him, Mother, Tracy said. That's like a 70s fucking thing. Um, you're not helping him. Stop saying that, Mom told her. Mom said Tracy gave her a dirty look and yelled, fine. He's my brother, not yours, though. Mom said she looked around and muttered, God help me, my Irish Catholic mother had claimed. So my turn, I walk up bravely to Santa, sit on his knee. I see Tracy mouthing the great facial expression, don't be scared. I frowned at her. Santa talked a bit, then asked me what I wanted. I wanted a truck, but Mom told me to say car instead of truck because I could not pronounce T's instead. So I said my T's were F's. So in a dilemma, I wanted a truck, but I couldn't say it. You're probably guessing why. I stalled to think of another name to call a truck. Suddenly, Tracy yelled out at the top of her lungs, just say anything, RJ. That's not even the real Santa. He's just a store Santa. Mom said she put her hands on her forehead, looked down, and closed her eyes. I think our daughter just pooped, just popped the Santa bubble in front of 100 kids, Dad said, laughing. The next year, Tracy jumped on Santa's lap. Just Tracy and Lori went this year as I was home with a cold. Our babysitter was, oh shit. They want me to fucking read this thing? Um, oh man, I hate ads. Can I just start the free trial? Hang on, guys. Sorry. Get to see all my login information here. All right. Oh, Jesus. What? Santa Claus, holiday season, Christmas, and visiting and history. There we go. All right. Let's read this story then. There we go. Since we joined, we got pictures and everything now. Let me see here. Where were we at? What is this? Am I sharing this? Hang on. Let me show you guys this real quick. Look at this. This is a photo taken in 1952 of two best friends that were caught by the cops at night in Chicago. They often seek out of their home that night to ride the L. The boys were James Devon, who was the African American, and Ronald Sullivan. That's funny. The boys were asleep. They look like brothers who cared for each other despite the difference in skin. That's cool, man. Let's see. All of a sudden, we lost that story. I joined and we lost the story. Damn it! The kid wanted a fuck for Christmas instead of a truck. Ah, shit. We lost it. Oh, well. Sorry, guys. Sorry. All right, guys. I'm going to get on out of here. I might be, I think I got some errands to run today. All right, guys. Appreciate you. Make sure you are taking care of yourselves, guys. You are loved and you are appreciated, guys. Be kind to one another. Be the change in the world, guys. Remember, positivity over negativity. If you have a chance to be right or kind, always choose kind, guys. All right. Appreciate you guys. Have a great rest of your day. You are loved. You are appreciated. Remember that, guys. Get on out there. Be the change in the world, the change you want to see. And we will see you guys at noon. We got I won't be on at noon. We got what is it? We got a podcast dropping at noon. I forget the name of it. It's a good one though, guys. So go check that out. I will see you guys at 4:10 for the 420 show, guys. Have a great day. Be the change in the world. We'll see you guys.
Thank you for joining us on the It's 420 Somewhere podcast. Broadcasting worldwide and brought to you by thedailydank.com. Check out our merchandise and amazing content. And follow us on all our social media. Now, you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
Have a blessed day, guys. Be the change in the world. Be the glitch in the matrix.